Can an orphan eat at a family restaurant?
Oh. Nice, thanks, Philip. Yeah, I'm working hard.
If I marry
Trying
two
to get
midgets, is that
everything we
big
need
of
to
me?
get. House, car, all of it. But we got a safe car. That's what's awesome.
Wrong state to do.
It's a Durango, and it's amazing. It's actually a really good car, especially for this area, because it's like, it's crazy around here. It's like got crazy weather, it'll snow out of nowhere and shit. And yeah, it's got perfect freaking tires. We got the tires. Everything is getting all set up right now as we speak. I finally have a vehicle, yay!
Do that joke in. Do poor white trash go to the movies just for the trailers? Yeah! Come on!
Yeah!
I can't keep this enthusiasm up.
What
If someone steals my identity and I kill him, am I committing suicide?
What? What are you saying, boy?
Vehicle. I can't say it.
What?
Your new video. The flamingo.
The video?
No,
Mhm.
I mean a new car.
Oh, the new car, the Durango.
Yeah.
What about it?
Are you gonna get it today?
No, not today. We're gonna get it soon, though. We're just waiting for the mechanic to call us back, and then we'll go pick it up.
Yeah.
He had yeah. We'll get it though. It'll be soon. It'll be real soon, and it'll be real nice because we won't have to worry about sliding or any of that. Cause yeah, that would be nice. Cause I do not like to drive, y'all. Especially not in the like.
If a TV weatherman has cataracts,
Oh my gosh, is it off right now? Is it on? Is it back on?
Forecast
Or
partly
back?
cloudy.
Oh, yeah, look at that, y'all. See that? Ooh, yeah. Break that. Give
This
some
is where you
some-
can get
fuck it.
involved.
Just gonna eat it.
What do you call an armadillo with leprosy? A
I gotta eat
dillo.
one, y'all. Put that in there.
A dillo. What would probably help out right now with that joke if you could just Google symptoms of leprosy. If an electrician's kid gets into trouble, do they ground them?
I don't know. I fucking love this guy's jokes, though. I fucking love that.
If you hit a person with an electric car, can you be charged with battery? If I poop on a picture of Satan, am I damned if I do? Should the Fiber One bar really be number 2?
I know. I don't know this guy is either. He's amazing. Bob Zanny. He is cracking me up, too. Oh, my God. I love listening to comedy shows and just cooking. Or creepypastas, but, man. I found a couple of great comedians recently, and this guy's one of them, and I was just dying. Because I love dad jokes. I love sarcastic comedy. I mean, y'all know that. Oh, it's just been killing me, though. I'm dead, y'all.
Here's some more good news, bad news. A
Dead.
Nebraska woman gave birth to a baby girl at the Dixon County Fair. The bad news, she got a 4th place ribbon behind 2 pigs and a goat. Jefferson City, Missouri, the Public Defender's Office is experimenting with sending text messages to defendants to remind them of their court date. That's a good idea. So far, the defendants reply with LOL. They're probably not going to show up. Hamden, Connecticut, listen to this, Will. A 13-year-old boy woke up and found a skunk in his bed. The smell was so bad, the skunk left.
Okay. I'm going to let these cook for a
McKees
good
Rock,
minute, 'cause
PA,
I
a 2-year-old girl
moved them
got
too
trapped
much
in a toy crane vending machine at the mall.
messing with these
Police
way
said
too
it took
much.
over 50 quarters to get her out.
Because it looks like the oil is high enough, too. Okay.
Here's a good, this is a very interesting
Got
one
like
right
one
here.
more
This
batch
is in
left.
Philly, PA. Okay.
It looks like.
Let me get to it. A man is suing Chick-fil-A for serving him a chicken sandwich with a rat baked in the bun.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Now, the 300-pound-plus man said, I was so disgusted, I almost didn't finish eating it.
Oh my God. All right.
That was a good
Have a
one.
good
And
one.
Dawn,
Yeah, I'm gonna be off to deliver this here in a minute anyway.
you guys are a great crowd. I got to get going because I don't want to be here, but I'll tell you. You know, I always say I'm as good as my
But-
audience, and tonight I was great.
Yeah, come back and cut to the end to see the plate. Because I'm going to make a plate before I take off to go bring this to Jake. I will make a plate up. Make it
I do
look
want to
all
end on
nice
this.
and
I don't
pretty.
understand fashion. I saw this guy, he had the sweatpants on, and across his butt it said idiot. And all I can figure out is he's not a smartass.
Oh, God. That's fucking hilarious. God damn.
And then I saw this
Cracks me
lady
up.
with the sweatpants on across her
All right,
butt. It
here we
said,
go.
"Here
Let's-
comes trouble." And I believed her because she's eating a big bean burrito. At some point, she's going to have to put on some juicy sweatpants. Bay, thank you all very much. Good night.
Okay, I gotta heat up the noodles. Dude, that guy is amazing. Holy crap. Biden's face. Hold on, where's the guy? You know what? I want to watch some of this real quick before I go. So. I don't know if we're actually all gonna go or what. Or if I'm gonna bring y'all. TCBB is watching you get hungry. Yeah, that's the goal, y'all. That's the goal. Get y'all hungry.
You starred in
I mean,
200
look at it.
films.
It's
Yes.
beautiful.
Doing what?
Oof,
So
I
when
gotta stop
I
eating
first
them
got
though.
into the industry many years
I can't eat them
ago,
all before we're done.
S&M porn
Gotta wait.
porn
Okay.
and
Let's
straight
see. Let's
porn,
get a
which is women
plate.
having, well, men and women
Go
having
in. I
sex,
just
like
need to heat
vanilla
up.
porn,
Mix.
separate. They weren't together at all.
No.
So I wanted to bring S&M
That's so
into
bad.
straight
Don't
porn
sass me.
so I could reach a wider audience.
Amazing.
Was it more about the money
No.
for you?
So
No.
bad.
Feel sexy.
No. Where's the boy? Chewing up this out. Aaron, put this away. Lord.
Welcome to the
We
Fallen
can start
State.
moving
I am
stuff out
Jesse
here.
Peterson. The
So,
Fallen
oh,
State is
by
on
the way,
Patreon.
don't throw this away. Like TCBB has said, don't ever throw anything away. I use this and I make them into hush puppies. You can actually just go boop and mix it all together when you're at the end. That's when you can mix it all together. Mix it up, add that to there, and make you some hush puppies. Super good. Aiden loves them. They're some of my son's favorite.
So click
So,
the link, the Patreon
yeah,
link.
always
and,
use it.
it's right there in the
He is
description.
absolutely
And
right.
we appreciate your
So, let's
support.
do this
Very
real
interesting guest today.
'Cause I'm gonna
Mama
do
Mia
that
guest.
here in
I
a
have
little
with
bit,
me Mistress Tara, Indiana, and she has been
I'm gonna
a
do this fast,
professional
and then-
and lifestyle
I gotta
domination
get
for over 29 years.
Wait,
That's
noodles.
amazing.
30 years.
I'm gonna tell him just the noodles, just waiting for noodles.
Over
30
30
years.
years.
30 years.
Welcome.
Thank you.
First of all, what does that mean, a dominatrix?
Well, I mean, I guess the simplest way to put it is a woman who is an alpha female. Like you teach men to be alpha males, I teach women to be alpha females. So it's a woman that is in charge of herself and her sexuality and
Ew.
kind of does
Ew.
and sort of runs the show.
It's so gross.
Boss lady.
And
Ew.
so, does it mean like
Y'all,
those
what
ladies
kind
who
of
beat-
noodles you want?
who beat weak men? Like,
Just want
you know,
regular
We beat all
spaghetti
kinds
noodles?
of men, but it's not always just beating.
Huh?
You know, it's other things.
Like what?
Oh, any number of things.
Spaghetti.
Not all S&M is about pain. It's, you know, fantasy role play, but I mean, certainly there's, you know, bondage, tease and denial, CBT.
This one looks better. I'm gonna go with this
fantasy
one.
role play, all kinds of different things you can do.
Spaghetti.
What is DBT?
CBT.
What is CBT?
Ooh, I don't know if I can say that on this show.
Oh, it's something nasty.
It's nasty.
Oh, amazing. And so you've been doing this for 30 years.
Yes.
and you're walking down the road, and one day you decide, let me go and be a dominatrix. Am I saying it right? Dominatrix?
Dominatrix.
Okay. You walking
Ew.
down the road, you decide, my calling is to be a dominatrix.
No, I didn't realize it was my calling right away. I got into it in the beginning
I like these
because,
noodles as much, but they'll do.
I was an entrepreneur, and I had a
know,
small
it was
business
good.
I was trying to raise money for, and
I
being a
start making
dominatrix
noodles,
was
too.
the only kind
I
of
should.
work in the sex industry that didn't actually involve sex.
Ew,
You didn't
this
have
is
to have
gross,
any
man.
Sex with them.
Oh.
So that's how I, sort of fell into it. So initially, my intentions were financial, but after about 5 years, I realized this is my calling. It's what I want to do.
And when you say it's your
Ew.
calling, is it a calling
Ew.
from God, or what do you mean it's your
Call
calling?
from Satan.
I think so.
You think
I'm a woman
God
of
would
faith.
want you to do this?
Yes.
And why? What the?
I thought you were going to ask me if men are going to be in a fallen state.
Oh yeah, we get
Okay.
to that. Yeah.
Okay.
Why would God have you do that?
I like how she wants to bash men like right away. You notice that? She just wants to bash the men right away.
Because I am a descendant of Lilith, and so it is my natural
The woman's a saint.
state to dominate men. That's my natural state. I'm
Good.
not descendant of Eve. I'm descendant of Lilith.
And who is Lilith?
She was the first woman
Oh, you mean Eve?
before Eve.
Oh, before Eve.
Yeah,
Oh, you're descended from her.
correct.
Oh.
What the?
Are you a Christian?
No, I'm Jewish.
You're Jewish.
Mm-hmm.
And do you believe that
Dude. Confirmed.
human beings are in a
Wow,
fallen
just
state?
blatant. Look how blatant that
And
was.
what does that
Dude,
mean
so
to
what?
be in
Did
a
you see
fallen
that?
state?
That was
To
so
be in a fall-
blatant. That was a straight state. You know what the link is. You do. I know you saw it too. You heard it too. Lilith. Wow. She just blatantly said that shit. Holy
Fallen
crap.
state, I mean, if
Bro,
I'm talking from
I'm
a Jewish
tripping out. I'm just
perspective,
like, damn, she
sin
just straight
is
admitted
what
it.
separates you from the light, and the light is God.
Satanic,
So
bro.
anything any deeds that
Oh,
you do
snap.
that separates
That's
you from the
freaky.
light of God. are
Look
sin.
at that. They don't even care. They don't even try to hide in the shadows no more.
Okay. And so
Gross.
you believe, why would God have
You know, this bitch is so dumb. Lilith was also the mother of demons. So are you a demon? So dumb. It's not how it works,
degrade
lady.
men like that?
Lilith couldn't give
Well,
birth
it's
to
not always
spawn. That was the whole
degradation,
point.
because men are naughty and they need to be corrected.
She was
By
cursed.
mommy?
Sometimes by mommy, but not always.
Ew.
Do you enjoy doing this?
Oh, I love it.
You love it. What do you love about it?
I love the endorphins. I love the adrenaline rush. What I do is therapeutic for a lot of people.
Ew.
So there's sort of a
Yeah,
sense
you
of
keep telling
helping
yourself that,
people.
lady.
I like helping people therapeutically. But
Wow.
mostly, I mean,
You are
mostly
not
what I
helping
do
anybody,
right now
lady.
is I
You are
teach
helping
women how to
people
dominate men. That's
go on the way to
primarily
hell.
how I make my living.
Maybe she is a demon,
And
man.
that's really what I take the most
Freaky.
joy and pleasure from, is
Fucking
teaching
freaky
other
as
women
hell.
to dominate.
God, ooh, that's creepy. That gave me the willies, man.
Do men dominate
Poor
women
Jesse
like that?
doesn't even know.
They do.
They do.
What he's
What
next
do they
to.
call?
Male dom would be called a master, sir.
Oh, I see.
Those would
And
be
so
some of the
there are women
titles.
who are seeking
Master.
men to dominate them.
Yes, absolutely.
Amazing. Do you teach men to do it to women?
Oh
too?
my lord.
And why not?
Because
You
there are plenty of
imagine?
people that do
Oh,
that.
Oh,
master.
I see.
You know.
There are
Oh, this is-
organizations
oh, my
or companies
Jesus,
out
no.
there that are teaching men
Nope,
to do
nope,
that.
nope.
Oh yeah, there's all kinds. I mean, if you go, if you do a quick Google search, you'll see that there are lots of classes that teach men to do that.
Yeah.
And that's just not my calling. I don't have any judgment about it. It's just not my thing.
Since the man is the head of the woman, he's over the woman. Why would God want the man to let a woman dominate him?
Well, that is the fallen state. It's
Oh,
because
this only happened in the fallen state.
that's right.
Eh.
Because because they're in the story of Genesis, first man is created. They're created side by side first in Genesis. I think it's 7. You probably know better
Yeah.
than I do, 1722?
Something like that.
Something like that, right? So that's the story of the creation of, so they're both created of the earth, both, so originally, man and woman were in an equal relationship, and it was, is the punishment, it is the fall of man that this has been reversed.
Well,
Oh, thanks. So what? Damn it! Oh, is it making such a good point too. I was saying that. What was she saying
maybe
again?
that's in the Jewish religion.
Oh, damn it. Oh yeah, because she was trying to say
The fallen state.
that the first one. No, I was saying that no, woman was made from the rib of man to serve and be his companion. Had she not been a lesser being, she would not have succumbed to the devil who tempted her with the forbidden fruit. She was the one who convinced Adam to eat the forbidden fruit. That's why she was cursed. That's exactly why she was cursed. But I mean, it's interesting to me how like women are like they see that as a like lesser as a bad thing when it's like no, man was designed to protect you. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with wanting to protect your family and be there for them? You know, that is nothing. It's natural. It's just natural. And it's like we're going against nature. We're trying to change people's nature. When that's just not going to work. It's not going to happen. Biology always wins out. Period. Biology always wins out. And it will. It will continue to. No matter how people try to change it. Like this woman, this is straight satanic.
It's
Oh,
because
that
Gross,
only
man.
happened in the fallen state.
that's right, because because they're in the story of Genesis, first man is created. They're created side by side first. In Genesis, I think it's
And
7.
again,
You probably know
I'm really
better.
getting tired of people comparing apples to oranges. Men and women are not comparable. You cannot compare them. They are like two different beings entirely. I love how women are free and open to admit that. Mick, get out of here! To admit that we're two different beings, but at the same time try to say we're equal. Or try to be equal. It's not how it works, ladies. It's not what equality is. Equality is supposed to go both ways, but you never want it that way. I've never seen a feminist that was, you know, for men's rights too. You're supposed to be for men's rights. What about men's shelters? What about men's freaking battered men like shelters? There's like 2 in the country, 2 in the entire country, pretty much. How is that equal? There's like 1 million women battered women's shelters. How is that equal? So then, what about guys? Please.
1722,
Something like that.
Something like that, right? So that's the story of the creation of, so they're both created of the earth, both, so originally, man and woman were in an equal relationship. And
No, okay, that's what I was saying no to. I was like, no, they weren't. They're never equal. They're never going to be equal because they are not the same being. Women can be equal to each other. Men can be equal to each other. But women and men cannot be equal. They're not the same thing. It's like trying to say 2 plus 3, I mean, or 2 and 3 are the same number. Like, no, they're not. You can't compare 2 completely different things. Literally the opposite of one another.
And
But anyways,
it
I'm gonna
was,
turn this off right
it is
now.
the punishment.
I'm just
it
waiting
is
for
the
these damn
fall
noodles
of man that
and
this
this
has
water
been
to boil.
reversed.
That's all I need is the water to
Maybe
boil.
that's in the Jewish religion,
And then it's
but
8 minutes from there.
the man came from God, and the woman came from the man.
But
the
look,
woman.
look at that
No,
shrimp. Isn't it
Eve
beautiful?
came from
It's
the
beautiful.
Yeah, but I don't
rib.
know about
Lilith
this.
did not come from
I
Beautiful.
never heard about Lilith at all, so that may be a Jewish thing.
It's, well, it's Old Testament,
Yeah.
Talmud, Zohar,
What?
all
No.
that stuff.
Are you married?
I am divorced.
Your boy?
Of course
Did
she
you
is.
dominate your husband, your ex?
Not in an S&M sense. I mean, in a sort of like, happy wife, happy life sense.
Right.
He was a very good man. So not in that sense, but I was probably the head of the household, if that's what you're asking.
Oh my
Head of
gosh.
your husband.
Yeah.
That's
Amazing. Did
terrible.
you like that?
Yeah.
You like being
Oh
dominated?
my god.
Usually not, but sometimes, you need to relax and unwind, and you get tired of making all the decisions, and you want someone else to be in charge for a little while.
That's right. So were you raised with father and mother?
Yes.
And they were Jewish?
Oh yeah, it's gonna be good.
You don't look like a Jew. I'm surprised you're Jewish.
Yes, I'm Jewish.
It's
So this is
satanic
like,
as
is
fuck.
this like a Jewish part
Holy
of the
crap,
Jewish
y'all. I can't
establishment
believe
of
how she just blatantly
culture?
admits all of this.
Are you talking about S&M or Lilith?
Lilith and the SMM thing and all that.
No, Lilith is part of Jewish mysticism. S&M, is
I guess
something
this'll work.
that exists in about, I would say, 8 to 11% of the population across the board oriented this way.
Really? So is this lifestyle well known in the Jewish culture because
Ha,
of
got
Lilith?
it.
I don't think most people would be sophisticated enough to make that leap.
Sophisticated?
But
Oh,
yeah, I think
get
it's probably
off your
one of the
high
reasons
horse,
that generally
lady.
in Jewish culture,
Oh,
it's
Jesus.
matriarchal.
And this is happening.
It's not just Jewish mysticism either. They took a lot from the Roman and Greek mythology. And a lot, they took from every culture.
No, it's the other way. The punishment,
Not really their
God,
own.
right,
Right.
is that Adam is going to dominate Eve. That's the fallen state.
Where the father state is once
Lady.
Eve disobeyed her husband, because prior to that, when she obeyed her husband, things were fine. The order was there. But once Eve
Well,
listened
Lilith was
to-
actually the one that tempted Eve. You know the snake in the tree?
Yeah. Oh, the snake
And
is
you
called
see the
Lilith.
snake? And you see the image? It's like a snake that's half snake, half woman holding an apple.
I may have seen that around.
Right. That's Lilith.
Oh.
So Lilith,
So
the
Lilith
reason
is the snake.
Lilith was the first woman. And basically what happened is, since they were created equal, both of the earth, okay, and God breathed life into their
They were
nostrils,
never
both
created
of the
equal.
earth, and
Adam
told
was
them to
created
name all the
first,
creatures.
period.
When it came time to procreate,
And differently.
Lilith didn't
As
want
a
to
man,
procreate
first
the way
man,
animals do,
first woman.
right? Because animals do it
Why
from
is
the
it so hard, people?
right? She wanted to be on top, and Adam said no.
No.
So she left him, and she went and she
This
was
lady is
wandered
just
in the by
insane.
the Dead Seas, and then God saw what happened, and He didn't know what to do, so He put a
Come
sleep
on,
over
water,
Adam,
hurry
and then
up.
He created Lilith
Water is taking
of
forever. I'm just waiting
Adam's
for the damn
rib
noodles.
that she would be submissive unto him. She was the second woman.
Is this taught in the Jewish religion? Because I never heard of
This
it.
is crazy. What's up,
Yeah.
Nordic?
Oh, this is taught in the Jewish religion?
I mean, look, in the
I
Jewish
know,
religion,
right?
there
I
are
wonder if I heard that
Reformed, there are
too.
Orthodox, there are Hasidic, they're all different sects, right?
Right.
So it isn't taught widely throughout all the sects, but yeah, it's part of it's part of the Jewish mysticism. Yeah.
So, do the Jewish women dominate? When I say dominate, I don't mean put them on their knees and
Yeah.
beat them. But the Jewish women dominate over Jewish men?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Be-
Jewish men are naturally submissive.
Oh,
Oh.
I didn't know that.
Whoa.
No wonder you're thinking this way.
Yeah.
Because in
Whoa.
the Christian world, it's the other
This
way
lady
around.
is too
The
much.
man dominate over the woman, meaning he's the head of the woman, as God is the head of the
Is that in
man.
the Old Testament or the New Testament?
Both.
Where is it first cited?
Read Genesis.
Lady.
I've
Where
read
did Paul
Genesis.
have it, yeah. But it's
What
not
part
like
of
you
Genesis?
read
What
a
did it say?
Jewish Genesis,
No.
because I've never read that or heard that.
Well, if you want to
But-
whip it out, I'll show you right where it is.
Well, no, but let me tell you this.
Yeah.
But in the
Oh,
normal
man,
religion,
I
in the
totally
Christian
missed you.
religion,
I might
God
get
is the
nowhere.
head of the man, right? Christ is the head. And the man is the head of the woman because she came from the man.
But where does it say that in the Bible?
But let me just finish this. But when
A little bit of oil won't hurt it.
when Eve went and listened to the serpent, the snake, then the snake became her god. And when the man listened to the woman, she became his God. But then Christ came and put it back in order, whereas men are now over the woman again, whereas the woman is beneath the man.
Oh
But
my
most people
gosh,
not-
I know,
Jesus
this
say
is
that?
incredible.
Most people are not aware of that. And so I guess I had no idea that the Jewish people are naturally living that way and that that's taught in the Jewish religion. I've never heard that before.
Well, I wouldn't say the S&M thing is taught in the Jewish religion. I
Right.
don't want to, but yeah, Lilith is a part of Jewish mysticism.
I do
and
notice.
Kabbalah.
I do
Oh my
notice
God,
that
this
Jewish
lady
women
is
are very
so
controlling,
satanic.
But I didn't know
Just
the men
straight-
were allowing them to be that way.
They're not allowing them to be. That's the natural
Damn.
state of affairs for them. So there's nothing to allow.
Oh
Wow.
my God, it's just
Yeah.
so blatant.
Do
So
you?
blatant.
Did your mother dominate your father?
Not in the traditional sense. I mean, actually, they had a very conventional marriage, monogamous marriage, married till he passed away tragically. They were very devoted to each other.
Oh, wow.
I forgot what your
Came
question
from a
was. I
good
started
family,
thinking about my
sad.
parents.
Did your mother dominate your father?
Not in the conventional sense, but in the sort of damsel in distress sense. She was sort of like the helpless female that, you know, he had to do everything for.
Oh, good. So how did you get off track?
Oh, I didn't get off track. I just did it a different way. She was still dominating him. He still did everything for her. You know, he went to work, came home, put the money in the bank, gave her, could let her do whatever she wanted. You know, that's, you know,
Sounds beautiful.
I mean, do you have kids?
no.
Doesn't that sound? How does that not sound amazing? How does that not sound amazing? That sounds freaking like the life.
Mom,
Huh.
can you get me some chocolate milk?
Chocolate milk.
Yeah.
You are tripping, boy.
But
We'll see.
said
You just
I
gonna?
can't
I'm trying to get this
do
food.
that.
Let me get this plate and get this out of here.
And why not?
Poor thing's hungry.
Well, you know, it just didn't come together. You know, I wanted to make sure if I had kids that I was, you know, financially secure enough and that I could provide them with the kind of, I'm actually more traditional than you think. Like I would want to have a husband and have a traditional family. And it just didn't come together in time for me.
Do you regret that now, not having children?
Not particularly.
No. Do you get
Oh
lonely?
wow! Of course she does. That's a big
And so
fat
how do these
yes.
men find you? They call you up and look at the yellow pages or online.
Well,
you
back in the day, they used to advertise in the yellow pages, but no, I mean, I advertise online.
Boys,
now, but as I
calm
said,
down.
Primarily what I
Calm
do
down
is
over there.
teach
Hey,
female
hey,
domination classes.
Chill
I
out. Come on.
Still do sessions. It's not the primary.
Don't be
focus of
worried
my-
about what he's doing.
But when it was the primary focus, they would call you up or contact you and say,
They'd
hey,
see an ad, you know, back in the days in a magazine, a newspaper. You'd be surprised where you could advertise. Village Voice, New York Magazine,
Right.
you know, all those
Aiden?
places had personal
If
sessions.
I see you do that to him again,
And then
hey
there would be
Mick,
S&M
no.
publications, and then the internet came along, and then
Don't
they
do
had
that.
websites. So, you know, somebody would find my ad online, and they would call me, and then I'd put them through my screening process. And if they were up to snuff, I'd make an appointment with them, and they'd come in and have a session.
so when they first contact you, what is it that you want to know first about them?
I don't really want to know that much about them. I need to know if their pain threshold is high, low, or medium. I need to know if they have any, if they have a significant other, and whether that means
Oh,
that
if
they
they
can't.
if they're married or not married,
I need
why
to-
do you need to know that?
Well, because I don't want to mark
man.
them if they're married.
I'm ready to eat. I'm
You need to
hungry.
mark them.
Well, if you're spanking someone or caning
Lord
them,
have mercy.
you leave a mark.
Oh,
So
I
if
see.
somebody's married, then you know they probably can't come home with marks on them.
Right. And so you want to know those
That
things.
is so awful.
Pardon?
Oh my
You will want to know those
god.
things first.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, my
it's just
Jesus.
done in secret. They call you, they're like, don't tell anyone. It's between us.
I mean, yes, but it's not as secretive as it used to be. It's become much more socially acceptable.
And why is that?
Unfortunately, because of 50 Shades of Grey, which was a horrible book.
Oh, you didn't like that book?
Oh, it was terrible.
And why not?
Because it's not about S&M, it's about abuse. Those are two different things.
What's the difference?
Consent, for one thing, that both people are consenting to the activities that they're going to
What? They
engage
did
in.
do the consent thing. That was like the
And
biggest
that,
thing.
There's an expression that you hurt, but you don't harm. So in other words, whatever you do in scene or in session shouldn't last past the session. Like when the session's over, the session's over,
Right.
unless you've negotiated something different.
Amazing. And so, when you
Whoa.
beat a man, I guess you do more than just
Weird.
beat, but
Yeah.
This lady
when
is
you
too much.
beating them down on
This
the floor
is
there,
too
down on
much.
their knees,
Yeah.
do you feel sorry for them?
No.
Have you ever felt sorry for them?
No, because they're having the time of their life. Why would I feel sorry for them?
Because
They're in their element. I mean, they're living their authentic selves, you know?
do you ever look in their eyes and think, this poor male?
No,
Really?
no.
Do you love men?
Woo, rub that close to me.
You don't have any resentment toward
No.
men at all?
I love men.
And why?
They're great. I mean, well, you know, I guess I love men because they're simple, you know. They're not as complicated as women. Their needs are very simple.
You know what, y'all? You're welcome for covering up her face because it's about as attractive as her gunt that's rolled out of there.
And
That's rolled over there.
what else
You're
do I love
welcome.
about men?
You don't wanna
They're
see it.
handy. They can do things. They have.
I mean, you want a simple man, but that doesn't mean that he is simple himself. Like, you don't want a simple-minded man. You want a simple man. I mean, what? You don't get that, lady.
Physical strength.
You don't
they can
understand
be
that.
Used for manual labor, you know, as a beast of burden or a workhorse. You know, men are very useful.
So if you love and respect them, how is it so easy to degrade them?
Well, degradation is not necessarily a part of S&M. It might seem like degradation to you or to someone outside looking in, but you know that's not
Mick!
necessarily
Uh-uh.
a part of it.
Guys,
you know,
stop
like for
riling 'em
example,
up,
I have
please.
friends that are female submissives
I
that
gotta
like
do this
being
al
dominated.
dente because he likes
You know,
it
and I
al
don't feel
dente.
sorry for them when they're being dominated. They're
Not
enjoying
done yet.
themselves.
So do you dominate females as well?
I do.
You do?
Yeah.
So is it
I
just
got
all
like
about
one more minute.
sex?
No, as a matter of fact.
Oh, yeah,
one of the
she
big
hates y'all.
components in an S&M
That is
relationship
scary.
chastity.
That is satanic. And just, that's a succubus right there. That's straight up a succubus. Well, she is a demon.
What does that mean?
Chastity, the man has to be chaste. He's not allowed to jerk off or have any kind of sex. You put them in a cock cage and you lock them up. Chastity.
It sounds funny, but it's sad.
That is
Well,
sad. That's
Don't you
horrible.
preach that men are not supposed to have sex before marriage?
Right, but they're not supposed to be locked away in a cage. They're not supposed to let some woman beat them. They're not
If
sup-
they can't control themselves, why wouldn't you put them in a cage? They clearly can't control themselves. They're constantly masturbating and doing naughty things, and women have to correct them.
But that's what makes it sad, that they're in that condition where they were
Well, that's their
I'm
allowed-
just. Wow. Things that make you go.
allow a woman to treat them that way. Because there's no way that you can respect men
Sorry, baby.
and treat
Are
them
you
that
okay?
way. Even if they are
Are you
weak.
okay, love?
You
Oh,
can't
you're
treat
I don't
them
alright.
that way.
perceive,
Calm
I don't
down,
really see
Mick,
slaves
calm
as weak.
down.
I think it takes a lot of
Calm
courage and
down.
strength to submit to a woman,
Don't you
specifically
dare.
because of all the social stigma
No,
put on women
uh-uh.
by people like
Don't
you.
you sass me, boy.
When you say social stigma, what do you
I
mean?
think this
Well,
is...
we live in a culture where it's not socially acceptable
perfect.
for
Alright,
men
we're
to
good.
be
Yay,
submissive to
finally.
women.
Noodles are
That
done.
stigma that
Yes.
makes them
Not-
feel shameful
Right? Because it's
because
wrong.
of people like you.
It's wrong to be.
It
it's
is
evil
wrong.
for a
People
man to
like
be-
him are not
especially to that,
normalizing
down to
deviant
that
behavior,
level. They
lady.
shouldn't do it, period.
And fucking
Where- where in the
literally
Bible does it say
satanic.
that?
It's not
Literally
nature
satanic.
to lead. Women don't know how to lead.
No,
That is not
Eve
love.
if you're a descendant of Eve, then you're going to have a submissive nature. But if you're a descendant of Lilith, you're going to have a dominant nature. And some of us are a little bit of both. And the way to reach, inner peace is
Oh,
to
my
reconcile
Jesus.
your
Okay.
Eve and your Lilith in a healthy way.
I know, really. She
Well,
legit
the
thinks y'all need to be in
demon
cages. Because
Correct.
you can't
Back in
freaking
1994,
help
what-
yourself.
94, what is that?
Because that's going to
The
help.
den-
Yeah,
the
that's
den
going to help.
was my dungeon. Your viewers probably don't know what a dungeon is, but for sake of this conversation, a dungeon is a space where professional dominatrixes conduct their sessions and where the male slaves come to meet them.
Male
so I actually had a chain
slaves.
of dungeons. I had dungeons in New
Oh,
York,
it's
LA, and Phoenix.
disgusting.
At one
What
time,
the
I
hell?
managed
Either
30
way,
dominatrixes
slaves. Either way,
and
slaves.
14,400
It's disgusting.
square
Okay, I
feet
think-
of dungeon space.
Aaron, you think that's enough
And
for
to
him?
this date,
With
no
all the
one
other
has
stuff, it
ever
should be
been able
right.
to do what I did.
I hope so.
And why is that?
He eats a lot.
Because I'm the best at it.
Okay.
You
Let's
are.
see.
What makes you the best? How did you become the
What the
best?
frick was that? What did I just hit over?
Well, I think I come from a long line of
my
alpha
vape.
females.
Vape fell over.
But, you know,
My bad.
prior to years ago, people
Aaron.
didn't know what
Here,
that
give
was.
me a plate. Let
They
me
didn't
show
have
you
the
how to-
language
how
to
to set
describe
this.
it. So, you know, my mother dominated my father. My grandmother
show you how to set
dominated,
it.
you know, both of her husbands. My aunt dominated both of her husbands.
One, two,
It's
three,
just in my
four
blood. I
meatballs,
don't know what to
right?
tell you, Jesse.
I
I love it.
I had no idea that that was out there like that.
Yeah.
And that it was
I mean,
a
you could
part
do
of a
3 for the
religion.
boys,
I
maybe?
know that it's a form of religion in that it's not good,
Huh?
you know, because we have both good and evil happening.
Right now, I'm gonna
But I
leave
had
right
no
now.
idea it was part of a Jewish, any sector of the Jewish religion.
For what thing?
I've never heard that before. That's amazing.
What thing?
The
Here, we'll talk in a
Daily
minute. I'm
News
about to
call
leave in a
you
second.
the Martha Stewart
But here,
of
give me a plate so I
dungeons.
can
That's correct.
show you how to set the
Tell me about
plates.
it.
Well, because before
Anyway.
the Den of Iniquity, dungeons were usually like black spaces with chains hanging on the walls and, you know, very dark, you know. And my first dungeon looked like it was out of the pages of Ralph Lauren. It was all like Victorian antiques that had been modified for
I
bondage.
know, I'm here.
It
Yeah,
was
get start
very
with the
sensual.
noodles. Get some
Like
noodles on plates.
one of the rooms was a fur vault.
Get some
We
noodles
had the
on-
whole thing done in furs with
Yes,
a bearskin
some
rug
noodles.
on the floor with a wood-burning fireplace and chinchilla bedspreads and drapery, you know, so it was very luxurious and very, you know, opulent in a non-dungeony way.
Okay.
And so that was why they said I was the most.
I don't know if you can see it. I'm gonna put it on the plate too, so you can see it. But
Are you
This is just his
worldwide?
dinner,
Do
so
you
I'm-
do
I
it?
am worldwide.
You do
my
it
friend's
in
dinner. Put this
Israel
here.
and
Huh?
America and other
noodles are right here in the
countries?
sink.
Well, most of
A little bit
my
of
international
Parmesan
travel
on
was when I was
And
a
there you
kid.
go,
Most
see
of my
it?
international travel
But you
was
can do
when I
a
was kid.
variation of that, however.
As a
But
dom,
here, I'm about to
I
show you a plate. I'll
toured,
do a plate for you.
and probably seconded
Let's
in
put
almost
that
every
aside
state.
because that's his dinner. Try to be careful with that.
And I traveled to Europe.
Here,
did
that's fine, I'll show you
Ireland and
whichever one.
France, but I'm known all over the
Go
world.
on, there we go. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Are you
Put this
proud
on
of
a
that?
plate so it's not
Yes.
gonna move the whole time, please.
You proud to
But
know
all right,
that.
let me
I see
do
you at the
boys'
airport.
plate.
I said, whoa, there's a lady that's
I don't know if
been
you can see it,
Yes.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
I'll do the boys' plate.
Amazing. It's
Thank you.
amazing what's happening.
Grab
in the
it for
world.
you.
Thank you.
What is, let me ask, do you
Okay.
dominate all races of men?
Yes.
All races.
All races of men.
Which is the hardest to dominate?
Well, I guess it depends on what you mean by hard. If you mean that they have more shame and so that they tend to rebel a little more, I would say Middle Eastern men
Oh, yeah?
probably are the ones that have to be broken of the most bad habits.
Wow, broken. Unbelievable.
And why?
Because they're sassy.
Meaning what?
You know, they don't always do what they're told. You know, sometimes you got to smack them around a little bit.
Oh my Jesus.
Oh, because in the Middle East, the men are in control over there rather than the women, right?
Yeah, you
Oh, I
know,
see.
because their culture is very alpha, so you know, you have to punish them
you
more
were
than
smacking
say
your
like a
lip.
Jewish man
know.
or an Italian man who's used to the woman being in control.
Right. Why would they want to be controlled
Well,
since
luckily,
they know that a man shouldn't
shrimps
allow
are
that to
standing.
happen?
Oh, they don't know that. You
So
know
that's
that.
nice.
But
They
don't-
clearly don't know that.
the Middle Eastern men don't know that?
I'll put one
Oh,
in the middle, too. I was just gonna put them on the
Not
sides,
sure.
but I'm gonna stick one in the middle too.
Over in the Middle East,
Okay.
the men are in control for the most part.
Yes,
Where
that's
is-
correct.
And so,
Here we go.
Look at how
Aaron, come
horrible
here.
that works.
and growing
Guys,
up that
chill
way,
out. Come here and look.
having that mindset, why would they
Oh, my
look for
Jesus,
someone
so
to do
wet.
that to them?
Because it's
I
their
was not
sexual
There we
sure
go.
why
orientation.
you
That's
do
the
it.
Sexual
plate
orientation.
right
It's
there.
like being gay or straight. You're born this way.
Little
You don't-
messier.
You know,
Whatever.
You may not realize it, you know,
Kinda in
at
a rush.
the time, but you know, you're born this way. Everyone that
I
I've
can
ever
see it,
met
Doug.
that's been into S&M,
Let's get a
I've
good
met
shot of that.
more than most. You know, thousands
Yum.
and thousands and thousands. 'cause
And yeah.
not just from my
There you go,
dungeons,
boy.
but from all the films that I did.
Thank you, Mom.
Oh, geez,
Aaron,
I
you need
forgot.
help?
I lost my train of thought. Where was
Okay.
I going with that?
Why would they, coming from an environment where the men are in charge?
Oh, and I was
He's a
talking
man.
about,
They grow up that way.
yeah, I was talking about their sexual orientation. Because it's their orientation, you know.
Hold on,
they're
bud.
born
Yeah,
this
they
way.
have they have
You want all the
always
fixings
wanted
on
it,
it,
but
don't
they
you?
didn't
Deep
do
down,
it.
yeah.
Oh, I see. A black man, you do it to
Everything
black
on it,
men
don't
too?
you?
Are they difficult?
Okay. I'm gonna set
No,
this
I
there.
mean, obviously, it's much more loaded,
one in
you
the
know,
middle.
because of the history of slavery. The word slavery is a really loaded word. So sometimes, you know, if you're, you know, dominating a black man, you wouldn't use that word. You use,
Awesome.
maybe make
Make
them your
don't
pet.
do it, Nick.
You know,
A
that's another
little
way
bit of
to,
Parmesan
you know,
there.
to
Here,
your
I guess
pet,
I can
your
show another
puppy.
one.
But
Why
some of them,
not?
you know,
Kinda
you
doing
know,
them
are
real
full
quick
on and,
again,
you know,
but-
really kind of, you
Oh,
know,
no!
embrace the whole slavery thing.
Harry, grab this.
Right.
Quick, here.
But-
Oh, I'm sorry, Adam. His plate.
My kind of
It's
I'm
slavery.
more worried about the plate
So
than my
what-
tab. That's okay.
what
It's
kinds of
fine.
things do you
I could
say
eat that
to
off of
them
there.
To
Ew.
prove you're dominating.
So
Can you
good.
give me an example?
I wiped it.
Some
I
of the
wipe
words
it
you
down
say
like
to
every
them?
day. Here you go.
Oh,
I
well,
wipe
I
the dust
expect
off
them
of
to
it every
speak
day.
when spoken to. I expect them to keep their eyes
I know the poor plate.
looking fine.
Well, luckily it lived.
expect
It
them
lives
to
and it's
say
still
yes, mistress,
tasty.
no, mistress, and if it
Very. Oh,
pleases
look,
the
and they're getting a
mistress,
good shot of the
if
ceiling.
they have to
Very nice.
express
Great
thought,
shot of the
they
ceiling.
ask for permission to
Anyways,
think first.
This lady is freaking me out. I gotta go deliver this, so I'm gonna wipe this off right quick.
And
My
what's
lordy.
the age range?
Marinara on my tablet.
Every age, from 18
It's good though.
to
You know what? Tasty though.
And
So
rich and
good.
poor or whatever.
So worth it.
How long does a session
Anyways, y'all,
Oh, well,
this is too
session-
much. I can't even with this lady. I can't even get through the rest of this mess. But hope you like the food. I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna be back a little more often. Hopefully, I'm trying to. But for now, I'm gonna go deliver this. See y'all hopefully in a bit. I'm gonna try to come back and stream for a little bit. I'm trying to move my setup back. But if I don't have time, I'll see you guys another time. Later.
If you have the bravery to proudly face your fears on this area and give free rein to the present moment, take a deep breath and let's